Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM19 story, part of the Furniture with me, Daniel. It's season 18, episode 4, and today we're back for what could be a very early title decider, even though we're just 16 games in. We play league leaders Arsenal, who are forming a two-team runaway pack with us. We're miles clear of the rest of the league, and it looks like it's going to be one of us too. Arsenal have won the Premier League 3 or 4 of the last 7 years. We've won one title ourselves, of course, so we are starting to become the two dominant teams domestically, with other sides such as Manchester City and Chelsea struggling down in mid-table, joined by Liverpool and Tottenham as well this year. Only Manchester United are hanging on our tails. A very strange season in the league overall, but us Arsenal and United are continuing to be strong, though United aren't really within catching distance. The goal difference says everything. Ours is plus 25, Arsenal's plus 26, and the next best in the league is Aston Villa, who I believe have a goal difference of plus 8. So we are certainly winning games convincingly, and we're doing a lot more than most of the sides, but Arsenal continue to be a thorn for us as they show dominance and invincibility in the Premier League. Let's focus on the recent results though, and the Champions League as well. We are the top goal scorers in the Premier League this season, and our defensive record's gradually improving, so there's certainly plenty of things to be happy about. If Arsenal end up pipping us, then so be it. But you are with me away to Borussia Dortmund as we seal qualification from the Champions League groups. Since then you can see we picked up 4 points and we did guarantee top spot in the league, so we're interested to see what the draw will be, and that may be coming up in the next week actually. I need to go and find out when it is. We could possibly see it before the end of the episode. The draw is on the 17th on Monday, so we will hang around after the game for that one, so I guess we better speed up and get into the match. But let's go through the results quickly. A 2-1 win followed at home to Southampton, the last game before the November international break. Malik Kante scored an early goal which was cancelled out very quickly, but Yaladi and the right winger with a late goal to seal us all 3 points in the end. Then the other side of the international break, the exact same result again. Carl McDonald with a first half goal and Omar with a penalty 2 minutes from time. Sheffield United pulled back a late consolation, but in the end it was a pretty comfortable win. Then a 5-0 win at home to Polly Lassie in the Champions League, the whipping boys of the group unfortunately. Lauren Brunet, the youngster with a hat-trick, looked really good in that game. Marco Gracia got a goal as well, as did Raphael, the holding midfielder. Then a 4-0 win at home to relegation strugglers Ipswich. Alex Andrade back in the team, and of course he went and got a hat-trick. Luca Wagner, the left-back, with a goal as well. A really fantastic, confident performance. And then a 1-1 draw away at Everton, a late equaliser from Alex Andrade. We're certainly not complaining about that result, it's just about kept us in touch. However, we did go one better than Arsenal at home to Burnley, a 2-0 win for us in that one, but they made it difficult for us as well. 0-0 at half time and we'd only had one shot on target, but Omar with a penalty early in the second half and Alex Andrade scoring a screamer again. Then away in the Champions League to Juventus, the backup side featured yet again. Nothing to play for, we'd already won the group as Dortmund had held Juventus on match day 5. Marco Gracia gave us a lead in the first half, and despite conceding early in the second, we held on for a pretty comfortable point. So another unbeaten group phase in the Champions League. No players out today, which does make a change. One player unregistered for Arsenal, but again the fact his manager hasn't registered him in the squad suggests that he can't be too good a player. Of course it is the last episode before the January window, so let me know where you think we need to improve. But at the moment I'm very happy with the squad myself, and unless something special comes along, we probably won't improve the first team squad. Maybe a couple of youngsters to try and develop and leave this club in good hands when we're done. But it's first v second, it's a massive Premier League game. Arsenal lost their last match, I presume in Europe. Otherwise both sides flying along. They've not lost a league game all season, so it certainly can't have been in that competition. We did have our third round FA Cup draw as well. Unfortunately we got Premier League Sheffield United, a game we should be winning but will be hard when rotating, and of course we could have faced sides far lower down the pyramid. Let's look at the lineup for today as we're back back to full strength. The 11 you'd expect to be named are, and the substitutes bench is pretty familiar as well. Daniel Kozzel missing out on the squad entirely, and Brune, despite good recent form, not quite displacing Cater on the bench. But we've got Stojanovic in goal as the sweeper keeper, Cura and Wagner as the fullbacks. They're both forming good relationships with their wingers, and they're working well on their new attacking duties. And Singi's alongside McDonnell at centre half, with Gerben Backenez in the holding role, Kante and Omar in central midfield, Yaladian and Silla on the wings, and Alex Andrade continues up front. 15 goals for him already this season. Of course, a few of these players will be unhappy soon as we get into the January window and start to receive bids for them, but at the moment we're making the most of no one being unhappy, and a brilliant morale which thunders through the squad. So let's go and get into this massive league game against Arsenal. You can see that Malik Kante in central midfield, his staff report has gone down to 3-star again, so in theory Cater is the better player, but he's been brilliant all season so far, so there's no reason for us to take him out the side. Cater's not completely match fit and hasn't done well when he's come in, so we're going to leave him out the side till at least January, and we'll see which one gets unhappy first. We're going into the match and we hope we can get a result. We've got to get at least a draw to stay in the title race. It's a 4-2-3-1 for Arsenal, plenty of familiar names as you'd expect. All of the front four have scored against us at some stage. Still, I've got England number 1 Wayne Curtis in goal and Stephen Tong the skipper at left back. So many strong players across the squad and even some game changers on the bench. We're going to tell the lads to do it for the fans. Stuart Jellings recommended that a few times recently. Whether he's developed a new favourite team talk, I'm not quite sure, but it seems to be effective. And Singi to Cura at right back as we continue to keep possession from the kick-off. Yaladian charging down the right to Andrade, but Arsenal win it back in defence. The highlight ends and no shots so far. We haven't seen any on camera anyway, but Arsenal are attacking with 5 minutes gone. Stojanovic claims a poor cross from Tong, and we've got the chance to counter now. A big long kick downfield from Stojanovic, but it's intercepted by the Arsenal right back. Montero goes down the line, does he? He's forced back to De Los Santos, the centre half. Deming's got it at the back as well. Andrade doing a good job pressing. Long ball forward, which and Singi misses the header. McDonnell mops up and goes back to Stojanovic. Silla flicks it on. It's a brilliant win. Into Andrade in the box. Goes for the first time shot, which is blocked. And Arsenal hack it away. No shots on target yet. But with 10 minutes gone, both sides have had a chance. Andrade's one's been marked as a clear-cut chance for us. I'm not quite sure it was that good, but he gets on the end of this one and wins a penalty. De Los Santos brought him down. Good cross from Yaladi and into the danger zone. And now the left-footed Omar's got a penalty. Can he score? He does. Into the bottom left-hand corner. The keeper went the right way, diving to his left, but unfortunately he got nowhere near it. Brilliant penalty, Omar, and the Brazilian gives us the lead. At times been overshadowed by Kante this year, but he's turned up on the big occasion. Tong with a shot at the other end though. Brilliant effort with his right foot, and Stojanovic flew across to his left-hand side, and he tipped it behind for an Arsenal corner. Fabio into the front post, headed away, a brilliant volley back in from Delgado, and Stojanovic has certainly been at his best so far. We're going to need that for the whole game if we want the 3 points. Van der Kolk back to the edge of the box. Delgado shoots and it's blocked off McDonnell. Behind for an Arsenal corner. They've dominated since we took the lead. No clear-cut chances yet, but they've caused some trouble as McDonnell heads away the corner to Omar, and we hope he'll just hack it down the line. Finally some respite with 15 minutes gone, but crucially we've got the lead at the Emirates. Is a corner for Arsenal for Fabio. Fletcher with a free header at the front post. All that hard work and we've conceded a stupid goal from a set piece. And Arsenal back on level terms, and surely they'll have the momentum now. But we're back at the other end with Cura. Plays it to Kante and Alcilla. Brilliant shot from the edge which is saved. Curtis flying to his left to tip it behind. And now Omar's got a corner to win swing. Back to the back post is a brilliant save by Curtis. Does really well to hold it. McDonnell was waiting to pounce. Fabio with a corner at the other end. Cura hacks it away but not far enough. Delgado goes down the line to Fabio again, and now he's back into the returning centre half. He finds Van der Kolk and now cross. Brilliant goal from him. Stojanovic got a hand to it and he looks disappointed, but he can't have been expected to keep that one out. Arsenal lead 2-1, they've turned it around, and it looks like we're going to be frustrated again. Domestically, we've been doing really well in the last few years, but Arsenal have just been too good. And again, you've seen their reaction since the goal. They've turned the game around and look completely dominant. De Los Santos Santos at centre-half to Montero. And now we've got to risk it not being embarrassing. Van der Kolk out to Montero again. He cuts it inside to Navarro. Delgado in the middle. They're keeping it brilliantly. Navarro with a fantastic shot. Stojanovic tips it wide, and we're going to demand more because the lads are getting overrun here and they're not really showing much heart. Fabio into the front post. It's headed away as far as Delgado. He finds De Los Santos, who continues to come forward, but Omar finally hacks it clear, and we're 10 to the break. It's 2-1 to Arsenal. Free kick for Delgado, 30 yards out. Brilliant effort, again a great save. Stojanovic is hacked away for a throw, but Arsenal are really threatening. They're dominating the shot count and the possession, and surely it's just a matter of time before they score. We're not getting overrun in certain areas, just all over the pitch really. We've dropped to a balanced mentality, but don't worry about that for now. Wayne Curtis came out to smother the ball, wasn't quick enough, got nowhere near it. It was a terrible decision to come. He's gifted the ball to Yaladi with an open goal 10 yards out. He smashes it into the empty net, and we're back on level terms at the stroke of half time. Certainly not deserved, but we'll very much take it, and it's going to be 2-2 at the break at the Emirates. What a game of football. The home side certainly on top, but it's 2-2 and that's the most important bit. We're still very much in with a chance of winning it. It's Arsenal with a kick-off again though. We encouraged the lads and there wasn't much of a reaction. Something we've got a little bit worried about actually, as a long ball from Arsenal finds Wagner at left back. He clears and the highlight ends immediately. We're sticking with that balanced mentality for now. Don't want to take too many risks going forward. The fullbacks are getting caught out a little bit, but I don't want to lose our attacking threat. Having said that, Fletcher's just had a free header in the box, getting on the end of a cross from the other side, so I'm going to have to give in and go for it, and hopefully it'll give us a more balanced shape. Delgado needs closing down. He's had a couple of good efforts already, but with 10 minutes gone in the second half, we're still on level terms here at Arsenal. It's a short goal kick from Curtis though. He made the error to let us back in the game. De Los Santos with a long ball downfield, one by the left back and it's into Andrade. Brilliant save Curtis again. It's out for a corner. He was down to his right this time. How we haven't scored a couple of these shots, I have absolutely no idea. Andrade thought he'd found the bottom corner there, but that's why Curtis is the England #1. Made a mistake which can happen to any keeper, but in terms of his shot stopping he's been sensational. It's a long ball forward again towards Andrade. De Los Santos brings him down. He's on a yellow, the ref can't bottle it here. He gets the second and he's been sent off, and now we can get back in the ascendancy. We're going to go to a positive mentality I think, just to try and get back on top in this game, and with 25 minutes left we'll make a sub. Malik Kante's nervous and only got a 6.4. Maddie Cater will come back on for him, last season's first choice hero. A quarter of the game to go. It's Cura with the throw on the left. He finds Wagner and now Bacanes. Cater on the edge who shoots and it's blocked. Behind for a corner kick to Torquay. Omar will take it an in-swinger as we're finally starting to get some momentum. To the back post to Nsingu, nods it back across goal. But Wayne Curtis is of course there first and does a good job to hold it for Arsenal. 2-2 with 20 minutes to go, but now we've got the man advantage. Can we make it count and can we make more subs? And will the ones we bring on make an impact? Wagner with a brilliant touch is into the box and Signey 4 yards out and it's straight at Curtis. How on earth has he missed that? Either side and it was in, and I have no idea how he didn't manage to. He couldn't miss from there surely. Andrade's not had the best game. We're going to bring Gracia on for him, but I can't get over that wasted chance. That was probably our best opportunity to win it. 10 minutes to go and we've got one more sub remaining. It's either going to be Pedro Cura the right back or Bacanes replaced by Raphael. He's scored a few goals from the holding role this season, so we'll go and see what he's got. But hang on, Silla's in 6 yards out. The ball was bobbling around from a set piece, headed away but not far enough. Van der Kolk I think was the guilty party, and with 5 to go it is now 3-2. We're back on top of the Premier League and we're back in charge of the title race. What a fantastic game of football it's been, and what a brilliant performance it's been as well. We can't throw it away from here surely, as McDonald does well defensively there. Plays a 1-2 with Wagner and now Bacanes. Long ball forward to Yaladian, knocks it down for Gracia, but his shot's blocked and cleared by Fabio. 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time to go, and I have no idea which players to bring off. I'm going to make a big call here. Baccanez is struggling for fitness and he's not been in his best form this season. Raphael's going to come on in a holding role. He's been a good attacking threat this year, but also kept possession very well. So I'm hoping he'll be able to do that today, as we'll go on time waste in a moment. Omar with a free kick from the edge of the box blocked. The keeper was going down and would have made it anywhere, but Omar gets it the second time, switches it to Gracia who delivers, but it's overhit towards the back post and Yaladian can't keep it in. A minute plus stoppage time to go. We're just waiting to see how many minutes are added. Into 5 minutes of stoppage time, Cura's got a throw on the right. A fourth goal would really settle the nerves here, but Yaladian flicks it on for a goal kick. Certainly not what we were looking for. Now it's an Arsenal throw at the other end. Tong into cross and now Fabio. Van der Kolk tries to get on the end of it. Omar hacks it away. Velardo picks it up on halfway line, the sub. He's got plenty of time out there. Towards Van der Kolk, but McDonald clears. Wagner to Omar. What have we got defensively now? Can we score on the counter? Silla into Gracia on the left. His cross is poor though and cleared away. Only as far as Wagner. Raphael the sub to Keita. Out to Cura the right back. Overlapping to Yaladian. His shot's blocked for a corner. And still it's remarkably 3-2 as we cannot get that goal to put it to bed. We're going to time waste all the time now though. Just try and slow the game down a little bit. Slow the pace with the goalkeeper. Hold our shape when we've won it. We're going to lower our line of engagement. Not stop them playing out from the back. We just want to keep it in their half of the pitch and let them have the ball as much as they want. Omar with an in-swinging corner though. This would be a brilliant time for a fourth goal. I'd probably make it a little bit loud for headphone users, but Nsingi puts it straight into the arms of Curtis. A minute and a half to go, but we're still at the right end of the pitch. Though it's a good tackle from Deming. Long ball to cross and they've got a 2-on-2 here. No caution at all from Torquay. Inexperience and naivety. Cura heads it away to the edge of the box. Cross shoots just wide of the post and we're going to go very defensive for the last minute. This could be an absolutely famous victory at the Emirates and he's going to put us back in charge of the title race. Maybe a historic double on the cards. Stojanovic taking as long as he can. Sends the players upfield eventually. Big long goal kick towards Gracia. He's not going to get on the end of it though. Fletcher picks it up in the centre circle. Arsenal have one more chance. Cross beats a man and shoots, but it's a brilliant block from Nsingi. It's out for a throw on the left and the 5 minutes have gone. Where's the whistle, referee? This is the famous victory, but can we get it? Raphael clears and the whistle goes. A 3-2 win. The red card certainly helped, but what a spirited performance in the second half, and in the end we got our just rewards. Back to the top of the Premier League on goal difference and having played our trickiest game of the season. Thank you to De Los Santos for the red, thank you to Boubacar Silla for the winger, and Omar Yaladian and all the others contributed. Stojanovic making 1 or 2 great saves as well. Let's go and talk to the lads and tell them we appreciate the effort. Really was a great game. No one really gave us a chance. Certainly me, I didn't think we'd win it, but in the end we've done a fantastic job. 3 points takes us back to the top, 11 points clear of third place United, 15 clear of the Europa League places, and of course many of the big boys are down in mid-table, having had terrible starts to the season. United lost 3-0 at Southampton earlier, so the top 4 race is certainly over. It puts the title race back in our destiny, but of course things could go wrong in the meantime. A brilliant game of football though. If you did enjoy it, please put a thumbs up on the video. I hope you enjoyed the performance as much as I did. We're really starting to get our print on this Torquay side. We're going to skip forward 2 days. We'll deal with all the messages off camera, and we'll be back in a moment for the last 16 draw of the Champions League, in the hope we can avoid one of Europe's big boys. Okay, after the euphoria of that result against Arsenal, and a brilliant game of football actually, 2 of the best sides in Europe going head to head, we of course avoid them in the last 16 draw, and we're going to face one of the sides in the bottom pot here. Of course Atletico Madrid are the side to avoid. Juventus were pretty tricky in the group stages, but the Scottish sides Ajax and Inter are teams I'd all fancy beating. So let's go through the draw one at a time and see who we end up facing. I've just noticed at the top of the screen the finals at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff as well. Inter Milan the first team out the hat. Arsenal are going to face them. Hearts out next, we wouldn't mind that tie, but they've drawn Paris Saint-Germain. Next is Ajax, again a decent draw. They've got Barcelona. Celtic again, we'd fancy our chances, and it's going to be Torquay United. We'll go through the rest of the teams, but we're going to Scotland to play Celtic. Not the most difficult draw in Europe, but they have got some brilliant young players players now. They've been getting a lot of wonder kid midfielders from Poland over recent years, so hopefully they haven't got too many of them left, and even if they have, the January transfer window's in between, so let's hope one of Europe's big boys snap them up. Celtic have been doing really well though, as have all the Scottish sides in fact. Hearts in the last 16 of the Champions League, we saw Hibernian last year, so plenty of good news for Scottish football, although Rangers don't seem to be anywhere to be seen. Lots of English sides in there, hopefully all to get through, and later in the tournament we need to avoid Arsenal, as they're probably the strongest side left in the competition. But a brilliant episode all round, a relatively friendly Champions League draw, and of course that remarkable Premier League result at the Emirates, which leaves us in charge of the title race. Let's go and have a look at the schedule for when we'll next be back. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy this episode, please put a thumbs up on the video. I hope you found that game as entertaining as I did. It was end-to-end stuff with irresistible football at both ends, and now we've got to make sure we stay consistent. Some tough games coming up over the Christmas period. Manchester City away and then a few other away games too, but we're going to be back for that last game in January. Manchester United at home, of course the closest rivals after us and Arsenal, and a side that beat us earlier in the year. Hopefully at home the story will be different, but of course we wait to find out next time. That one will be tomorrow at 4:30, so I hope you'll come and join me again for that one. But a massive thanks for watching this episode as always. Let me know what you think we need to do in January. Based on the performance against Arsenal, I'm guessing not a lot, but maybe defensively we lacked a little bit, though I don't know where we can improve at the moment. We've not got the biggest budget after our January spending, so we will probably have to sell if we want to sign someone. Subscribe to the channel for daily FM19 content from this Torquay United story. We've got new episodes every Sunday to Thursday at 4:30, and that'll continue for the rest of this season, and at least one more before FM20. Speaking of the new game, keep your eyes peeled on Saturdays. We'll be sharing our plans for FM20 as well as reacting to feature announcements, and we'll also have some votes in there as well, so you can shape some of the content on the channel next year. We'll also be announcing the team for our long-term one club story in FM20, which I had planned a long time ago, and there's a couple of short-term challenges as well, where I'll be showing you which teams I intend to manage. There's also 3 episodes a week from my Cricket 19 career, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. That schedule will continue till the release of FM20, where we'll continue with 2 episodes every week. Then finally the Snooker 19 career mode videos, they're on Friday at 4:30, and we're in the last tournament of the series now, and it's the big one, the season ending World Championships. We're trying to go on to a run to the final and win it, but of course that's easier said than done, so come and see how we're getting along, and if we can end the series with glory. But a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support with the series, I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time for another important episode as we try to maintain our grip on the title race.